Chapter 6 of Reform is Women's Voting Rights. In the year 1900, only a handful of Western states allowed women to vote. A number of women raised their voices to complain about these inequalities, including Abigail Adams, wife of the second president, John Adams. Along with others, they fought for women's rights in the 1800s. Women that sought to secure women's right to vote was known as the women's suffrage movement. They became known as suffragists or suffragettes when they were women. One of the most famous suffragettes was Susan B. Anthony. Susan Brownell Anthony was born in 1820 and raised in a Quaker household. After teaching school for several years, she looked for a different challenge. At first, she worked for the temperance movement. She saw how alcohol abuse led to the breakdown of family life, immoral behavior, and unemployment. She formed the Women's State Temperance Society, where women were allowed to speak and be heard by others. She did this because she had not been allowed to speak at the Men's Temperance Society. Susan B. Anthony and Amelia Bloomer went to a convention of the Men's State Temperance Society. They walked in with pants under their skirts, and Susan B. Anthony had cut her hair. They were ruled out of order when they tried to speak. The pants later became very fashionable and were called bloomers after Amelia Bloomer. Amelia realized that before anything else changed, women would need to have the right to vote. After the Civil War, many disagreed about how to proceed with the women's rights movement. The 14th Amendment would give rights to make African Americans citizens, but only the men would be given the right to vote. Elizabeth Cady Stanton wanted the wording to be changed. Some believed that pushing to change both things in the same amendment would mean it wouldn't pass. The wording was not changed. Susan B. Anthony challenged the meaning of the amendment, and with the next vote, she and other women voted for their chosen candidate. Anthony and a handful of other women who had been involved were arrested. Her case was heard in court, but the judge did not allow her to speak on her own behalf and had already made his decision before hearing the case. After her failure in court, many women gave their attention towards the temperance movement. This angered the makers of beer and whiskey. These businesses began fighting against women's suffrage. Susan B. Anthony never gave up hope that American women would secure their rights to vote. A few weeks before her death in 1906, she noted, "Failure is impossible." She did not live to see the amendment passed. Many leaders of the civil rights movement supported the 19th Amendment. Around the country, people who supported the movement held silent protests, went on hunger strikes, and organized parades. Several states started passing laws that allowed women the right to vote. In 1918, Jeannette Rankin of Montana, the first woman elected to Congress, introduced the 19th Amendment. The 19th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified on August 18, 1920, and gave women the right to vote.